Hello and welcome to Spyro the First Rage. You think they're at 120%? I will be quiet during any dialogue, including this one.
Ever gonna stop? I've forgotten what the sun looks like. On vacation. Somewhere warm. Somewhere sunny. Dragon Shores, yeah! I haven't been there since we kicked Nasty Nork's butt. How about it, Sparks? You up for a vacation at the beach? Last one there's a Nork!
Is it working, Professor?
Almost. Just a few more adjustments to these orbs and...
Maybe this isn't such a good idea. Bringing a dragon here could just make Ripto more angry.
Calm down, Hunter, and stop fidgeting.
But you saw the professor's book. They have claws like this, and teeth like this, and they can spit fire like this. They sound much more dangerous than Ripto.
That's exactly the point. A dragon is our only chance of stopping Ripto, and you know it.
It's working! It's working! I've got a dragon!
Huh? Whoa! Rough landing. Hi, which way's the beach? Huh? Hey, stop staring. Haven't you guys ever seen a dragon before?
You're a dragon?
You got a problem with that, pussycat?
Well, well, someone forgot to invite me to the party. Were you trying to keep something from me? A dragon? You brought a dragon to Avalar? I hate dragons. Yeah! Crush! Kill it! Kill it! Go, you imbecile! You ate my scepter! I'll deal with you later!
Who was that jerk?
That was Ripto, and we have to get rid of him. He's causing all sorts of trouble around here, but I haven't got time to explain. Here, take this magic guide to Avalar. It'll help you begin to understand our worlds. Right now, I have to follow Ripto and see what he's up to. I'll meet you in Summer Forest, okay?
Hey, wait a minute! How do we get ourselves into these messes, pal?
Hi, Spyro! Welcome to Glimmer! Unfortunately for us, a mob of lizards just showed up and started stealing all of our gems. Can you stop them?
Yeah, that's the setup. I just found it kind of weird. So, it didn't. My first time playing this as a kid. I kind of thought it was going to kind of be a similar setup to the first one, where you don't start out in the level. You start out in the world, and then you choose what level you want to go to first. That's not how this is set up. We're in the first level. They picked it for us, which I'm not complaining about that. That's not the complaint here. It's just, and I'm not necessarily even complaining. I'm just pointing out that this isn't a world in which we'll see other portals. This is the level, and we're trying to help these guys against whatever these things are. I don't know if they have a name. It's not like we're fighting against a bunch of Norks, like the first one, or a bunch of Rhinox, like the third one. And as you'll come to see, I can't quite 100% the levels as I come up them out of them at least. Um, they oftentimes will have certain things I need to learn somewhere else to be able to 100% them. Be it learning how to climb, swim, head bash. Um, I think that's all they teach you in this one. And the next, and hello, hello. I'm doing great. Yourself? That sounds great. Okay. Yes, ma'am. Yep. I'm 36. 36.
Verification team. They will only ask you a couple of questions to verify you, and after the verification is done, then I am providing you the check number and tracking ID of your amount. Okay, sir?
Okay.
Okay, so sir, every year money coming from different department, different medium, but this year money released by auto insurance department. So as money being released by the auto department, they ask you some questions regarding auto insurance. But don't worry, sir, you don't have to pay anything or buy anything. Okay?
Okay.
Only they check your interest. Okay? So now I am providing you the question and answer, sir, what they will ask you. Alright?
Okay.
Okay. So very first question, sir. They ask you, do you own a car or do you drive a car? So you just simply tell them yes. Okay?
Even if I don't.
Don't worry, sir. This is a telephonic verification. No one is coming to physically verify. Only they check your interest, they check your knowledge. Okay?
But I don't have a car.
I know that, sir. But, sir, this year money released by auto department. So they ask you some questions like this. Okay? And this is the telephonic verification. So don't worry. No one is coming to physically verify.
So you want me to
The
lie?
So
You
just
want me to
simply-
lie on a federal thing?
But, sir,
You're
this
the
is a
government,
qualifying
and
answer.
you want me to lie?
But sir, this is a qualifying answer. If you say that no,
But then I'm not. If I need to have a car, then I'm not qualified. I'm not going to lie to the government. That's wrong.
No, sir. In this subsidy, some question and answers my verifier asked you.
But you
Okay?
just told me
You
that
say
I should
that
tell them that I
you
have a
just say
car.
that-
You're not listening to me, ma'am. Can I speak to your supervisor?
Okay, okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. David, tell me.
Okay, I want to speak to your supervisor. I want to tell them that you're telling me to lie to the government.
Okay.
I think you should be. I think you should be fired.
Sorry, sir.
I think you should be fired. You're telling me to lie to the government. That can't be right. You should be fired. You should lose your job.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Unless you're not actually the government and you're lying to me. Are you lying
So
to
then you are
me?
not interested in this subsidy. You are not interested in this subsidy, sir.
I get over 25 calls a day from you guys, and I have told you over 25 times a day no.
Okay, sir. So have a nice day. Enjoy your day.
I would if you stopped calling. 25 times a day. I get that. 25 times a day. But yeah, as you can see, you get power. You instead of getting gems from the people you kill here, you get spirits or whatever that go into these power ups, and each level has a power up. This world is fine. Um, and no matter how hard I try to 100% this game early on, I can't. The only way I could 100% this level right now is so for 100% the game the first time you unlock Super Flame, and you can use that Super Flame to light all these torches or lamp or whatever they're called. And then when you do light all the lamps, they'll teleport you to where the guy gives you the bouncing orb, and from there you can get the gems that you're missing. Otherwise, it's impossible to 100% the time. The flying thing doesn't last long enough, which is fine. It's fine. Like, it kind of bothers me not being able to 100% the levels that I'm on, but again, kind of used to it at this point at the same time. Thankfully, you can use the flying in this area. Even though you're not able to 100%, I still highly encourage anyone who's playing for their first time to try to get as many of everything as you can, because that money bags is pretty. He's all over the place, and he's constantly wanting more and more money. Oh, it's a pretty. There's a lot of mini games in this one, which I appreciate. I love like little mini games you can do. Sorry. It's also a nice tutorial of how to learn how to play the game, which I also appreciate. This is not a recording one. Hang on. Alright, sorry about that. I'm back. Most important work-related information. Yeah, I appreciate all these like tutorial-based things, especially early on, especially for newer games, newer players involved. Some fun like backstory for each level you go to. Each level feels more involved, especially with like these little missions or hey, we need for you to get the talisman, you had to do this, blah blah blah. I truly appreciate the the huge leaps and bounds that have gone to making this game a little bit more fleshed out.
Hello. We didn't get a chance to introduce ourselves before. My name is Alora.
Hi. I'm Spyro. What are you, some kind of goat?
I'm a fawn, you dork.
Oh, sorry.
Did you meet the gem cutters in Glimmer?
Yeah, they gave me a souvenir, too. They called it a talisman.
They gave you a talisman?
What, is it special? I just stuck it in the guidebook you gave me.
Well, there are 14 talismans in Avalar, and they are all magical. If you can collect enough of them, they can be used to defeat Ripto. Hunter, where have you been?
Oh, I got a little lost.
Spyro's gonna help us collect the talismans.
I am?
He is.
Spyro, look. There's no way you can get to Dragon Shores right now. Ripto and his monsters have taken over the castle here in the Summer Forest. You're going to have to go to Avalar's worlds and convince the inhabitants to give you their talisman. You can keep them in your guidebook.
Hey, I could do that. Why doesn't the dragon just torch Ripto?
Hunter, you can't even keep track of your running shoes. How can we trust you with 14 talismans? If you come across any orbs, they're important too. But I'll tell you about them later.
Okay, no problem. I'll collect a few talismans, give Ripto the old hot foot, and be in Dragon Shores by lunchtime.
Yeah. Very endearing. As you progress, actually, I can surprise it doesn't do it right now. These portals will also show how many orbs you have. If you have the orbs, it'll be full. It won't be see through. And if you're missing one, it'll be kind of a more see through picture of the orb. Um, the lives are a little bit different. This is the first game that had
Many of the Avalar worlds around here. Unfortunately, Ripto has taken over the castle, and we need your help. Start by retrieving the talismans from each of the worlds you visit.
This is the first game that had the lives where games form of butterflies. You saw that in the first remake of the first one, but that wasn't a theme in the first game. It's a theme here, and I think instead of trying to code specific butterflies for the different games, they just made butterflies work the same way throughout. I think honestly, they could have just made the life system the same way throughout all of them. So it's been fine.
Hey, Spyro. Ripto smashed this bridge, so I guess you'll have to glide across it. Press the jump button, then press jump again while you're still in the air to glide.
You see a lot of hunter in these games in this game.
The brighter he is, the more hit points you have.
But the level design is neat. The gameplay flow is neat. The call to go back and visit old world, old levels that you haven't visited yet. Interesting. Keep in mind, I've done my best to get as many gems as physically possible. Up to this point, and I think it's also kind of interesting that this money bags up here it will teach me how to swim, but we're just over how many gems I have.
You can get up this first step. Press the jump button and hold it down to get more hang time. Okay, not bad. Now to make this next jump, you'll have to glide. Press the jump button, then press jump again at the top of your jump to get the maximum glide distance. Nice job! Now try to do a hover. Press the jump button, then press jump again to glide. When you reach the end of your glide, press the action button to hover. Hovering will give you extra height and distance.
Hello? Hello?
Very good. Now for the hardest leap of all.
You're not
You'll
that
have to give this
financially
one everything
able.
you've got. Get a walking start, jump, glide, and hover just before you get to the edge of the platform. Don't forget to press forward on the left stick when you hover. Wow, you're a pretty good athlete. If I hadn't lost my running shoes, I'd take you on for real.
Also the
For
introduction
now, here's an orb
to
for your collection.
Hover, which it wasn't a thing. It's not a thing that I forgot. It just wasn't a thing in the first one. When you went to hover, it just dropped you in the first game, even in the remake. I remember watching someone, not someone who I'm ultimately familiar with. He had made a video about how hard it was to 100% the.
Hey, Spyro, I'd love to teach you how to swim underwater, but not as much as I'd love to take your treasure.
different Spyro games, and when he learned that you could hover, he felt like an idiot for not hovering in the last game. It wasn't a thing.
Spyro! The idols we were carving have come to life! They've locked us out of our temples and stolen our food!
Help these guys. You have to get rid of these tiki torches.
Charge button, you can defeat them with your charge attack.
Of course, this is all stuff we already know about Spyro. The other ones, but like I said, it's just nice having the non-assumption that you play the other games. Some games it feels like they just have assumed that you played all the other games. Hello.
Hi, this is Rebecca with Injury Helpline on a recorded line. Being injured or in an accident.
Really close to me. Really don't want to. Really close. or at least get as close to 100% at each level as I can at the time of what power ups and abilities I have. Oh, my. So if you had watched my finale of Spyro 1, you had heard me say that um, I, in the background, was playing through Play It Up. Um, that restaurant finally died. And then get a new car to make it die. It just died. And I have 14 cards from that day. Technically, I'm supposed to talk to this chick first before doing this.
The hula girl's ring dance blew up that idol like a Roman candle. Now I can pursue that dancing career I've dreamed of. Take this orb. It could help you go places.
She was giving me the quest like, "Oh help, blah blah blah, do the thing." All right, and that franchise and played up gets to live on. This level doesn't explicitly say it, but you, to 100% it, you do need swimming. Um, More specifically, diving, I guess. Um, it was also really weird for me to play a Spyro game that you could swim in, because you can't swim at all in any case whatsoever in Spyro 1. Hello? Hello? Last time? Hello? Nothing. cautious. I don't usually use sparks at this particular time because it will point to gems I just can't get to yet. But I think that's just about everything, and I continue on with my life.
Oh!
And now they're friends because I kicked the crap out of the first one. The tiki people, at least, I should say. Hello? Nothing that time. Just a casual death in the world of Colossus.
The brothers, they will open the gates and guide you to him.
There's a few times where you'll see them just be casually okay with people dying. And it's so wonderful.
Enemies like those yaks are too big to be charged. Your flame attack should easily take care of
The problem I have with these scam callers is if I was store dashing, it would be a huge detriment.
The spirit particles will activate the power-up in that world. If a power-up isn't active, you need to defeat more enemies.
And that's 11 total, not 11 more. They're clearly Canadian monks with their love of hockey. Look what I can do. Sorry, I don't know what that was about. Cute little penguins. I like the goats too, but they need to die. I don't think this game has any one particular enemy type. I don't think it's like just Norks like it was in the first one, or just Rhinox. I think each world has its own problem. Because I know later on,
Tough, though. In fact, I'm not sure you're up to it. I thought the Yeti was tougher than that. I guess he was all bark. Ruff, ruff. Anyway, I was just guarding our sacred talisman to make sure the Yeti didn't eat it.
like I said, I know later on there's a couple of levels that have a similar enemy. I think that the same enemy type. They're both called Earth Shapers or something like that, and the they're bothering the two different worlds similarly, but they're different kinds of Earth Shapers or whatever they're called.
We have found that hockey is a peaceful and calming sport. Would you like to join in a match against our goalkeeper? You have 2 minutes to score 5 goals in the red goal.
Simple enough. You just gotta get kind of close and then just aim at the opposite side of the goal. Similar to that, but better. Um, I also remember later on, there's like a robotic farm that wants to deal with robotic bugs, and it's supposed to be, like rural robots, and then you go to like city, um, urban robots and deal with their BS. And it's supposed to be kind of like a linked world. A lot of references between the worlds. We'll talk about like getting hockey tickets for a hockey game here in this world, in a different world and stuff like that. A couple different worlds where you're trying to help like caveman type people. One's like in the middle of the ice age, and one of them's dinosaurs. Neat little things like that. This game like really did a lot of neat things that I appreciated back then. I didn't. I don't think I appreciate nearly as much as I appreciate them now. I also know that I appreciate um the icon that was above this guy's head before I started talking to him. That signified that he had two orbs here. Because I remember that not being perfectly clear um, when playing as a kid. I'm like, oh, I did his challenge, and now I'm done. Why would I want to do it again? Sort of idea. But it wasn't made perfectly clear to my child brain that the one on one was like the same theme but more difficult. Of course, I say Spyro was cheating by using his fire, but they beat the crap out of me, so it feels fair to me. So I'm trying to keep on top of uploading stuff as well. Um, Tap out for a second, but there we go. We finished the game. Now you can do it again if you found it fun and you just want to keep playing this little mini game, but you do not obviously have to, and there's no benefit for doing so. And I got a skill point, but I'm not going for skill points. I think I do start going for it, but then I just you kind of end up I kind of end up finding out that most of the achievements for this game was more or less you got an achievement for playing the game sort of situation. So now I'm looking for where to get more gems, and there's more orbs. This level, I think you can 100% go out the gate, so that's nice. I don't think there's anything stopping me from doing that. Uh, Good. Um, yeah, here's the other quest with the professor. Um, I had to go out and claim statues, which I don't think it tripped me up this time, but I do remember a few times that I spent way too long looking for all the statues, but I think it kind of just clicked for me this time, where I just knew where to go, and I don't know if it's from past trauma of this level, but sometimes it did. It really tripped me up that I couldn't figure out where all of them were. I think I do get a little tripped up but not nearly as bad as I remember being in the past. Even in the last time I played this game, I feel like I spent a lot of time trying to figure it out and not being able to. But I'm trying to pay attention to both while I'm doing this uploading and posting and stuff. Okay, there we go. That's posting. Got one statue left. And I don't even remember if I just was so bad at navigating. Oh, there we go. Hello? Hello? Last time. Hello? Something real quick. Yeah, I tapped out for a second. Am I 100%? Am I going to leave? Oh, I still need to do that. There's a gym down there. Hopefully I saw it. I think there's also a um rocket somewhere around here. Doesn't look like there's any way for me to stop it, and that's frustrating. Unwanted phone call. Besides just changing my number.
Hello there, Spyro. Would you like to learn to swim underwater? I suppose I could teach you for a small fee. Great! Okay. When you jump in the water, you can use your left stick to move around the surface. Use the charge button to dive underwater. When you're underwater, use the jump button to paddle and charge button to charge. Remember, to dive underwater, press the charge button. When you're underwater, press the jump button to paddle or the charge button to charge.
Sorry about that. So now that I know how to swim, I'm coming back here. Because there's gems down in this little pond here, and there's like a little area for me to get an extra orb. And though you don't have to be this meticulous, it really is beneficial for you to try to get as many gems and orbs as possible, as they do stuff and unlock levels and abilities and money back stupid schemes throughout the game. So I do highly recommend getting as many gems as possible. You do not need to be this meticulous, because I'll end up coming back to this world again once I know how to climb. Which I learned in whatever they call it, the next world. Because I do not know how to climb, and I think, pretty sure it's required for a couple of gems and an orb later on. Pretty sure of it. Which I either didn't remember at this point in my playing, or didn't care, and I'm still trying to get as much as I can as possible. And with comes new abilities like underwater stuff, comes underwater levels, and I think those are unanimously hated by every gamer in every game. Those are always the worst levels, the worst experiences. I've yet to experience an underwater anything that I enjoyed. I of course have not played Subnautica and don't plan on it. One, because I'm a little chicken who couldn't handle the scary stuff jumping out on me, and two, I have a huge fear of whales and large animals in general.
Help us defeat Ripto before he can take over Avalar.
Basically, if I can fit easily inside his mouth, I don't like it. And if they can't exist in a place I can go to, I don't want to go there. Oh yeah, here's the lab. Which, like I said, I don't learn to do that until it's like Autumn Plains. I think I other worlds I can go to, hubs or portals. I learned Head Bash in the Winter Tundra one. I kind of wish I had done this playthrough a little bit differently, where as I come across the locals, I just go ahead and do them real quick. But I didn't have that thought process. My thought process was trying to clear out the hub world and then do all the rest of them. That's a neat little puzzle to figure out, especially at a younger age. I felt super smart back in the day. Collecting all the gems keeps you ahead of the game as far as beating money back is concerned. But we are nearing the end of the episode, so I must kind of realize, oh hey, I've done all I can do. Um, and this is the last episode I'm recording for the day, so I want to thank any YouTubers who are watching this. Thank you for tuning in. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and catch me on Twitch at Dove89, where I stream semi-daily. And I've mentioned in the last episode that I'll be streaming later on today. Today's the 6th of February. I'll be streaming 8:30-ish to midnight. That's just saying I have to beat all of the levels in this world in order to get to the boss. Is what that is really trying to say there. But yeah, catch me at the next one where I continue my playthrough of Ripto's Rage. I hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy it. Because, like I've said before, it's one of my favorite games. Easily one of my favorite games. And yeah, since Spyro's pointing up, I kind of just assume that that's all I have left. Again, thank you for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.